My name is Barbie, and the name of this show is called The Middle of the Road because that's where most Americans sit, is in the middle of the road. I mean, you may have a party affiliation, whatever. When it comes right down to it, you never agree 100% over here or 100% over there. So, really, to tell you the truth, you're all kind of in the middle of the road. Stuck with me. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Isn't that funny? So, this show is going to be a spin-off of my radio program that I used to have back in the 90s. It was called Middle of the Road with Barb. At that time, anyway. So I am going to kind of take up where that left off because while I have sat on the sidelines for many, many years, I never lost my opinions. I never lost my perspective. And I'll tell you about my perspective. My perspective is that my great, I don't know if I have enough greats in there, but anyway, 1754 Connecticut grandmother. And that is a lineage of nothing but females all the way up to Polly. She's the one. And my family having that history is the reason why I love this country, why I believe in this country, why I believe that this country can get better and better and better. We can be the shining example, or we could be. We were. Not anymore. I think the American people still are. I think that our government sucks right now, especially right now. They've done other things in the past that I haven't really always agreed with. And I consider myself a very independent person, and independent in my politics, independent in my thinking, independent in all of it. Because I have a brain. God gave me a body with a functioning brain like he did most of us. We just don't seem to use it. And I don't need somebody sitting up there telling me what life's about. That, no, I've gotten my own share of that. So, today's topic, because we're going to start doing this on a daily basis, I'm going to kind of make a little consensus of it. And today's topic is really going to be funny. And that is going, like, what has been going on, and should we be concerned about the mental health or the physical health? Because we all know that stress can cause tremendous problems. I mean, if you take Psychology 101 in college, they will tell you that stress is the #1 killer. Stress causes heart attacks, stress causes stroke, stress causes cancer, stress, right? So, here's the thing. Should we be concerned about our current president's mental and physical well-being because of the amount of stress that he has created on his own? Okay. So let's look at the things that he has kind of done recently. And just in this last week, even though he disappeared for several days, we're going to look at these little things. There's only 4, so it's not going to take long. Today, since I wrote this, there's been more come out, so that'll be at the end. Here, stay with me for a minute. Okay, so last week we had taco, which really, I don't know. I feel bad for tacos. All right, now tacos are going to be forever associated with a piece of trash, and that's just wrong to the tacos. I love tacos, crunchy tacos, soft tacos. I don't care. Barbacoa tacos, right on. I don't care. I love tacos. So, to me, that was an insult. But, to the taco. So, anyway, he's got that stress. He was already getting ticked off. He was already starting to yell at people because, oh my gosh, he's taco. Then he thought, well, okay, I'll just go play some golf and I'll just kick back and it'll all go over by Monday when I get off my 15th or 20th vacation since I've been president. And it'll be fine. And then Ukraine had their explosion. Taking out 40% of Putin's little bomber dudes. So, I thought that was fabulous. I love strategy. Strategy is the best thing in the world. It really is. If you don't have strategy, you can be as strong as a freaking moose and you'll still get your butt kicked. You know, you have to have strategy. So, anyway, so Putin gets his butt kicked. Ukraine is, yay, embarrassing Putin and our current president. But here's the thing. I knew as soon as I heard that very shortly we would be getting a phone call, or we would be making a phone call to Russia. Because here's the thing. We all know, since they are giving all of our information to Russian bots and whatever, hackers and stuff over there anyway, we already know that anything that Zelensky told to our current president was going to be immediately told to Putin. We knew this. Ukraine knew this. Zelensky knew this. They think that they're dealing with stupid people. They're acting like a bunch of cheating ex-husbands, or cheating husbands. Yeah. We'll get into that later. So, he had to call Putin because Putin was pissed off at Trump because Trump did not warn him. Trump did not get the information across. You see where this is going? Okay. So there's all that. So, and then I also wonder if Trump got told no on his Trump Tower. Remember, he's been working on Trump Tower since 1987. And now, all of a sudden, he may not get it. He was going to get it in January. It was announced, or February. It was announced he was getting his Trump Tower after all these years, because he was going to start dumping us off. He was going to start selling us out. Well, guess what? He's not going to get his Trump Tower now. And that has also made him upset. So that's another reason for him to possibly have a heart attack, or stroke, or mental breakdown. I mean, this is two big things. You've got the taco thing, and then you have the Ukraine-Russia thing. So let's go to the next big thing. The BBB, the big beautiful bill, which is, I've got other words for it, but we're not going to put those on here. Anyway, it's stupid. Let's just call it that, okay? So here's the thing. Everybody out there, I highly suggest you ask your Republican representative if they were smart enough to read something before they put their name on it. In other words, I had been a realtor, I'm not anymore, don't want to be. I had been a realtor for close to 20 years. During that time, I read contracts to my clients so that they understood exactly what they were signing. That is not what happened. They had 6 hours to go through 1,000 pages. And the only person that I know who could have ever done that is actually dead, because unfortunately he died 6-7 years ago. Miss him tremendously. But that's the only person that I know that could have even possibly have gone through that. And then it was law on top of that. So that's going to make it an even more difficult read for most people, right? So ask your representative if they read it. Because see, here's the thing, is now that the Senate's getting a little bit more time than 6 hours, right? What's going to happen with the Senate? Because there's all, Rick Scott, a whole bunch of them are starting to have questions. Now, I don't hear either one of my representatives being smart enough to show their constituents that they give a damn about us, but that's beside the point. The rest of them out there, I hear rumors from the ones over in Louisiana. So I know that the Republicans don't really want this. They know that this is going to put us in even more debt, right? Which, again, the American people should have some kind of freaking say as to whether or not we take on this debt. We're supposed to be able to use our representatives, but they don't seem to be doing their job very well lately. You know? So, he's got that. Now he's got the Senate questioning. So there's more stress. So we have Taco. We have the Ukraine-Russia explosion situation. We have the loss of Trump Tower in Moscow. And now we have the BBB that may not go through. So, let's come to number 5. Number 5 is, I affectionately call him Elonia, because I just think it fits him better. He is kind of on the feminine side as far as a macho man. When he's jumping up and down on the stage, he doesn't look like, well, he doesn't look like anything that anybody would really want to do. And the only women that are doing things with him are because of the money, but we won't go into that. But Elonia is now, because of the situation that happened in the Oval Office of Bissett and Elon. Now, it's rumored from credible sources, from my understanding, but I'm going to say it's rumored that Bissett hit Elonia. So, Elonia's out. Elonia's mad. Our current president, however, it is also rumored, is still owed $100 million from Elonia as a donation to his campaign. I don't think he's going to get that money from Elonia. And I think that some of the things that he's saying to Elonia, because Elonia is against his big, beautiful bill. Here's the thing. People haven't snapped to this. But our current president has already told us on 3 separate occasions, and you can find the videos. I'm not going to play a video for you right now. I'm having guts to even put this out. But our current president has admitted 3 times on tape, in front of people, not by himself, not a one-on-one conversation. We're talking about hundreds of people hearing this at one time, besides the tape and the millions that heard it afterwards. He's admitted if it had not been for Elonia, he would not be the president. Elonia stole the election for him. Here's another problem. Elonia and his little baby boy, little X, also stated on 2 separate occasions that they stole the election for our current president. Y'all need to start paying attention. Because now that, which just came out right before I got on here, about the whole Epstein situation, which I'll do a different show on that, because I've got some, where did I see it? Steve Bannon had a plaque behind his head the other day that he didn't believe in something, but he didn't believe in coincidence. And have I got some things to put together for you that have to do with coincidence? And it seems awfully like, wait, where the hell did that come from? So, but we'll get into that later. Back to the Elonia today. So now the Jeffrey Epstein shit has come up. Yeah. So, and we all knew that Trump's on there. Here's the thing I want to know. Is who else was on there? See, that's the problem. Is that when you find out who, and you know what? I'm so sorry. I understand that people make mistakes. I understand that I didn't know what I was doing at the time, blah, 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 but you still have to pay the price for your crime. If you were with, and I don't care who you are, and I don't care what your position used to be, I don't care if you used to be whatever, it doesn't matter, senator, governor, whatever. If your name is on that list, you need to be in jail. You need to pay the price for doing the crimes that you committed. Got it? I mean, you either pay here or you pay there. It's up to you. But you're going to pay. And it would be better if you cleared your karma and paid it here, so that the people that you damaged, you affected, feel some kind of justice. It's the Jesus thing to do. Own up, you know? But if we find out, you're definitely going to jail. Or you could start talking. People can always start talking. Anyway, that's my deal for today. I don't know if I'm going to keep this format. I don't know. This was just a wild hair. I've been wanting to do this, and I just sat down and I've done it, and I don't have the right background, and I decided to do it in this because I couldn't get my lighting right. So, but I'll be working on it as time goes on, and y'all be good out there. Prepare yourselves for what's about to come, because things are fixing to get interesting. You know what I mean? All right, I'm Barbie, and welcome to the middle of the road. It's not bad out here. We got some common sense, logic, 2 and 2 put together. All right, bye.